Hey guys, welcome back. It's Matt here, and today I'm going to be showing off some Spigen cases and accessories for the new S20 Ultra, but obviously they do make cases for other phones as well as the S20 and S20 Plus, so you still might want to watch it. Anyway, without further ado, let's go straight into the video. Anyway, I have the screen protector as well as the cases that I'm going to show off right here. These are all really nice cases, just really is personal preference and sort of what situation you need the case for. Some definitely have better drop protection than others. But the first case up is the thin fit case. This is going to be one if you don't really want too much drop protection, but you want something quite minimal on your phone just to protect it from sort of minor drops and scratches and sort of things like that. This is just a thin layer of plastic. It's matte finish, no rubber, and it's very thin profile. So the camera hump is definitely going to stick out a little bit. So if you put your phone down, it's going to rock, but it is really nice and clean, super simple. You have these sort of like small gaps in all the corners, so the plastic can actually bend around the edges of the phone to hold onto it. Inside there's a little indent so you can place a metal plate, which allows it to stick to one of Spigen's mounts. Pretty useful for in the car. It's really easy to apply, really easy to get off in case you want to remove it, switch over to another case, or you just want to clean it up. But as you can see from the front, it's very hard to tell there's a case on, and it keeps that very minimalist, thin profile look from the front, doesn't sort of make the bezels look chunkier than they are. And from the side, there's quite a big cutout just for your lock button as well as your volume rocker, so there's going to be no issues with reachability or pushing through the buttons on the case. This is fully exposed. However, this can result in scratches, so be careful. And even though that I did say the camera does rock on the table, there is sort of a tiny lip, so it's definitely going to protect it just a little bit from things on surfaces, so it's not going to scratch necessarily, which is a good thing. And then we have some Spigen branding in the corner, pretty basic stuff. Taking a look at the bottom, you just have your microphone cutout, your speaker cutout, and obviously for your charging port. It's quite a big cutout, so it should fit third-party cables with no issue, but it's definitely a super nice and sleek case. Up next is right up my alley. This is the Tough Armor series. It's a really minimalist case, matte finish. It's made of two materials, so it's like a TPU rubber as well as just plastic. From the front, it's a bit chunkier than most of the other cases in this video, and it does sort of remove that minimalist look, that bezel-less look. On the back, it's also a little bit chunkier and thicker. It does sort of protect from the camera cutout. This is going to lay completely flat on the table, and it does actually have a kickstand which flips out as well. This is actually really nice, super handy if you want to watch some videos while you're just out and about, or if you're just eating dinner or something. You can just flick it out, stand it up on the table. There's two different modes, so you can have it more shallow or more upright, and you can just go ahead and watch your content. At the side here, you have your volume rocker as well as your lock button. There is sort of this additional texture on the lock button, so you can actually sort of differentiate between them. And then at the bottom, it's just the same usual stuff, just your cutouts, and there's also plenty of room, but it's a bit more deep, so maybe some docks might not work. Up next is a really nice one if you want the best of both. This is the Rugged Armor. It has a similar style to the Tough Armor series, but there's no plastic. This is fully made of rubber, but it has this really nice material. It's sort of a mixture between a matte finish and like a sandpaper. It's very grippy, and I really like the look of it. It has these two carbon fiber strips at the top and the bottom. And overall from the front, it's a little bit less bulky, definitely thinner profile. And from the back, I'd say it looks really nice. Obviously, you do have this camera cutout bulge again, so it's going to rock on your tables. But other than that, I think this is definitely a really nice case, and it's probably one of the lowest price ones. This price is in at only $8. At the side, there's some minor textures to allow grip, and you have your volume rocker and your lock button, which is also super tactile. I definitely really do like this case, and at the bottom, it's pretty much the same as the others. You also have space for third-party accessories. Second last is the Ultra Hybrid. This is actually really nice if you want something a little bit sleeker, but also something that doesn't stand out too much, and you want something transparent so you can actually see the device, then this is a really nice option. It's got this sort of hard plastic glass-like material, so it doesn't really just bend like any sort of gel case. It does actually feel pretty solid, and on your phone, it looks very nice. You can obviously see all of the parts of the phone through it. It says it uses air cushion technology, and the buttons on the side are a little bit harder to press than the other cases. It prevents accidental presses due to it being a little bit harder, but they're still nice and tactile. Underneath you have your usual cutouts. And overall, I think this is actually quite a nice case if you want something that doesn't really stand out, but it does complement the phone. If you want something even thinner than the last one, but it's also see-through, they also do the liquid crystal. The difference is this one's fully flexible, it's fully rubber, it's like a gel-like material, whereas the other one has this hard plastic which cannot bend, so it's a little bit more rigid. So just depending on your personal opinion, this one also has this kind of mesh-like pattern inside of the rubber, so it's not completely transparent. It's got kind of a nice look to it. I'd say it looks pretty similar. You're not going to notice too much difference, but it is just a different material. Maybe a little bit better to drops due to it being more rubber. Buttons on the side are definitely easier to push than on the last case. They're just a little bit softer, and underneath is super thin, so you're going to have no issues with accessories. But apart from the tough armor, all of these rock on the table, so take it how you will. I really do like all of these cases. And if you also want to protect your screen, you can go ahead and pick up one of the NeoFlex screen protectors. These are really nice and thin. They protect, they're anti-glare. They also work with the fingerprint scanner built into the screen. They're not tempered glass, they are just sort of like a film which applies, and they have kind of a rubbery texture to them. Very easy to apply, comes with a spray and a microfiber in the box, and once it's applied, you really can't tell there's a screen protector on. It's pretty minimalist, and it goes edge to edge, has a nice cutout for the camera, and I'd say it's going to hold up pretty well over time. I've had Spigen screen protectors in the past, and it does come with two, so if you do want to switch it out, you can also do that. But I'm pretty impressed with this so far. It's very nice. It feels almost like the actual screen, so it doesn't feel too different or too cheap feeling. But anyway guys, that is just an overview of some Spigen accessories you can pick up for the S20, as well as some chargers and things like that. I really do hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Peace out guys. See you guys later.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in